Hello everyone, welcome back to City Skylines, welcome back to Chadtopia, and we shall follow on where we left off. Now, you can see here I've got a nice traffic manager UI, and I've got a few other bits and bobs in here that will make managing things like the train lines significantly easier. So let's clear out some of these guys. Unfortunately, the factory, or the farming area, seems to have been a complete... Thank you. Complete disaster, and I'm not sure why. Now they're saying that they're not getting enough people in, so what I think I need to do is, what I might do is just build a sort of area here, use this, move that over to there, and build sort of like a residential area just for the farming folk. Like that. And we'll see if that has any impact on it at all. Now, see, this is urban areas, moving to high density residential young adults. Okay, let's try this one. See if that makes any difference. Now, yeah, we've already got water there. That's good. So what I will do, though, is just to improve water flow, cross-connect them. Just for good added water flow there. You can see we're doing alright with the sewage treatment and all that kind of stuff. Now, let's see. Money-wise, we're doing okay. We're still getting the money in on a regular basis. So, you can now see that there are people moving into this area, which is kind of what we want. Now, I'm wondering whether or not I've made the commercial areas over here too big, but... And, yeah, see, this is... Let's get some stuff sorted out here. Okay. So, as you can see, here we've got some additional residential areas. And what we're going to do, just to keep them happy, is we're going to stick... No, doggy park? A plaza with picnic tables in there as well. Because, you know, we're nice like that. We've got other options as well, so look. Carousel parks and bouncy castle parks. To sort of keep the masses entertained. So hopefully now what will happen is that a lot more people will start coming into here, and we can start getting the industry working as best as possible. So, let's see. Now, let's look around here, and let's run a road to give quick access. There, it's not exactly straight, but it will do for now. So, let's see, we've got a little cross over here. So we'll take that out. Get rid of all of that. Get rid of that on the end, and then put the high level residential there. That looks okay. So hopefully that should improve the general situation. Oops, no, yeah, screw it. Leave it like that for now, I think. In fact, no, what we'll do is we'll create another road here, just so that things are being separated off properly. And then put that in as... Dezone that, dezone that and that. Put that in as that, and then we'll put in that as that. So hopefully that will, let's just check, yeah, it's all fine. So hopefully these people here will start getting more people in. Now, let's have a look at our bus system. So here we go. Now, as you can see, this enables us to do things like metro lines and all sorts of increased traffic UI stuff. So let's see if we can go to the buses and the transport. Where are you? Okay. Still a few people in the centre leaving. So let's see. Let's make sure our roads are okay. They are relatively okay. Still got our industry churning away like a mofo. Good stuff. Not enough goods to sell. Let's get rid of that. Okay, so... Sorry, the chirper does get a little bit annoying. So I'm just going to close most of these chirps for the moment. Now, there we go. Okay, so... Multiple problems. Not operating. Overeducated. Yeah, it's not looking good. It's not looking good. So I think what I'll do is I will create a barrier kind of like this. Approximately there. Like that. And then what we'll do is we'll dezone these areas here. And we'll make this a commercial area. Here we go, and then we'll do this high residential commercial. That shouldn't be that, or that. Should be this. Same with you. And you. Let's just get that like so. There we go. And then go like that. All that in there. Dezone that. Rezone that. So that gives us a little bit more sort of commercial areas as well. See? Just fill in all those spots. Looking good. Now, you can see here that what we need is more farming there. Now, let's start building up some more farm roads. See, that's not there. It's got to be there, hasn't it? Yep. There we go. And another one. Whoops. No. There we go. Right. Another one right up the middle, I think. So now what we can do is we can make all these industrial zones here. And, oh, hello, look at this, train station, cargo train, hydropower plant. Oh, that's lovely. Okay. So at least now we have more money. Now what we're going to do is while we have that money, we are going to use that. Oh, no, we don't have to worry about any loans. That's good. That's very good indeed. So, let's see why all of these things are being abandoned, because they say they have no goods to sell. This is an ongoing problem for me at the moment. Any more buildings that need demolishing? There's that one. There's that one. That one down there. So let's carry on building our roads here for our continual farming area. Like that. And then let's continue with our zoning. Zonorama. Okay, so what we could do is take a bit of that road there, and then I think a bit of road that direction, and a bit of road that direction, and just make it as a high density residential area down here. We've got plenty of water coverage. So, here's the water pumps, here's the water treatment. We'll probably need to put another one in there, I reckon. Here we go. There we go. So it can spew out all that poop. How lovely. The river runs through it, quite literally. What's wrong with him? Right, dead people waiting for transport. So, oh heavens, look at that. There's lots of dead people waiting for transport. So, what we need to do is, under the health section, we need to put in some more. Here we go. Let's put one there, I think. And I think we'll also put another one there. So we've got relatively good coverage of dead people. What we'll also do is we'll put another one up there. Now, what we'll also need to consider doing is putting a medical clinic in this area, which should keep all of those people relatively healthy. And let's check our fire coverage. Our fire coverage is not great. So what I think we'll do then is we'll put another fire station there. And also, we'll put a police station on the corner here. There we go, just to keep things a little bit sweet. Okay, so you can see here, we've got 65 grand now. Let's have a look at our power situation. Our power situation is not great, but can we get another oil power plant in there? Yes, we can. There we go. So, multiple oil power plants. Now, we could look at a hydroelectric dam. Now, over here, they're relatively okay, but the trouble is if you put a hydroelectric dam in an area where there's low ground, then you're going to have problems, because then it will start flooding the plains, and you don't really want that. As much as it gives all the wonderful power that the hydroelectric dam provides, you know, these are things to bear in mind. Anyway, right, so, right, where is our traffic? Okay, let's go to our trains, shall we? There we go. So, as you can see, we do have colour coding now. We've got a central line section through the centre, and another line going over to that smaller area there. We want to look at Metro. There we go. So we've got New York style subway station and Metro station. So what we really should look at doing is connecting up. Let's see. See, what we need to do is we've got a line there. We should really have a line here. And a line down here. Now, let's see. What we'll do is if we go to here, like so, except we'll drop that right low. Have that 24 meters underneath. And then we shall curve it round to there. We don't have enough money. Oh well. We'll just wait for a bit, because we're getting money in on a regular basis. So, let's see. There we go. Now, what I'm wondering is whether or not there's a way to create multiple sort of, not lines, but sort of multiple stations next to each other, so you can feed them all in. So we can have one going from here to there and all that kind of funky good stuff. So let's just check our line. Let's go on to straight here. Right, can that go up? It can go down. Okay, so I've got this line here, and we'll need to curve it round like that. And then go on to a, there we go. And what I'm thinking is we'll also need another line sort of over here somewhere to help things move around. Okay. So, let's see. So, we've got a bus station there, station there, station there. Screw it. Just take a quick loan for the time being, so we can finish this off. There we go. And then what we can do is take the tunnel, make sure it's nice and low, like so. And then bring that around to about there. There we go, that looks alright. And then to there. There we go. And now this is where we can create the lines. Down to here. Down to here. One completed line. Now, I'm just going to check something, guys, because as far as I'm aware, whoops, I did have the UI for the additional transport selected. So I am going to quickly pause. Okay, well, I'm back. Okay, so we are back. Now, what I was trying to do is establish whether or not I was going to be able to do anything with the metro with respect to the lines, the management of the lines. So, let's see. There we go. Where are we? Metro lines. There we go. So here is Metro Line 7. Now the good thing is we can colour it. So let's make it a nice purple, shall we? There we go. And what we'll also do is the yellow line. We've got this Metro line here. And we can name it as well, which is fantastic. So let's see. So we'll put this one here, and we'll call this the central line. Central line. There we go. Okay, so and then this purple one, we'll have to call it farming line. Now, if I'm right in thinking, we could get rid of these little buggers as well, because we don't need them anymore, because we've got more than enough power. Okay. So these guys are looking okay. What we might have to do, though, is put another road down the centre here, so that we can put in more high residential as well in here. But we seem to be having less issues with people over here now. Okay, so let's see. So let's go back to our metro again. So you can see here, there's all the various lines. So you've got the central line, the fair. Here's the metro. We'll call this one Downtown Circle. And we'll call the red one Uptown Circle. And we'll change that colour to be white. There we go, because then what we can do is, keeping it right, we should really have the central line as a red line. Never mind. Okay, so you've got this central line coming through. Now, whether or not we'll be able to link these two lines together, I don't know. See, you can see those lines there linked. So, I don't know whether or not it's possible to link those two together like that. It doesn't make any sense. You should be able to, in some kind of way, link these two together. But I don't know, you see. See, that looks to me to be a terrible design. That's a better one. But ideally, we want a straight line. It just goes like that. But you can see that this circle line is still working well. Now, let's see. Can we do anything with the central line? Can we bring it down? No, the central line is pretty screwed. Okay. So that's my bad design, I guess. Okay. Let's also look here, because you've got this metro line down here, and we'll call that to Poop Town Crossway. There we go, the Poop Town Crossway. And the white metro line is which one? Let's have a look. It's another one, yep. We'll call this big circle. Like so, there we go. Looking good. Now, trains. Train station. And cargo train terminal. Okay. Alright, so where is the train line around here? I ain't seen diddly squat train-wise. And we'll hold off on that for the time being. Okay, so what I'm thinking also is we might need to consider purchasing that. There we go. Now, let's see. Close all of the chirps. Sorry, chirper. Okay. So, let's come out of there. So, could that be a high enough area for a dam, is what I'm wondering. See, like a spot like that. Now, what I've got to watch is this. Yeah, there we go, that's what I thought. Damn it. That's what's required, maybe? Can we put it up? Can we put it up? No. You can see it's blocked up all that water, so creating some flooding around this area, so that's not really a good thing. Oh, train line, hello. So there's a nice train line. Where does it work in relation to our area? Now, let's see, because what we might want to do is consider putting a train line maybe here somewhere. And then what we can do is run that train line down. To there. Put in a nice curve line. I'm pretty sure that was supposed to be a curve. So put a nice curve line down. Why is that already occupied? Oh, for God's sake. So how am I supposed to link it to the outside bloody world, you fools? Okay. I will admit to being confused now. Okay, first things first, let's make sure that guy's got some water. Now we've got to figure out what's going on with this train track. We just go like that. And then another one over to there like that. Okay. So, I guess no, don't like that. But the point is we now have train tracks going into the city. Now, if we were to, for example, create that cargo train terminal. Where would it go? Must be placed roadside. Oh, okay. So could that be in there? Interesting. Ooh. Let's see. You got to think about this. We'll pause on that one. And we'll keep building up our districts. So let's see, more residential needed. And let's put it there, like so. And there we go. Make sure there's plenty of roadage going on there. And what's that? Busways, eh? What's that all about, eh? Ah, bus lanes, how lovely. Okay, so that's very, very nice. One-way bus lanes. What's that? Pedestrian roads. Ooh, sexy. So let's go and look here. It's not that one we want, it's that one. What are they? Six-lane roads with bus lanes? Oh, heavens. Really? Oh, goodness. Get rid of that. And let's just have a normal road connecting in. There we go. Bus lanes. Oh, oh, oh. Buses. We want some serious busage going on here, ladies and gentlemen. And we've only got a single bus line. We need to take corrective action for that one, don't we? I think what we'll do then is we'll take that there. There we go. Upgrade. There we go. Six-laner with bus lanes. Absolutely glorious. I heartily approve. Now let's look at normal roads. Okay, so we're limited there. But it means that we can use the big roads with the bus lanes, which will be very helpful for us. Which means that we can then move down to here. Start improving these with some bus lanes. And then go nuts on the transport system, which is definitely something that we're going to be in need of. So we can really make use of the public transport system. Okay. So we're bus laning it all up here. And bus laning it there too. In fact, actually, those don't need to be bus lanes there, because I doubt there'll be any buses going in that direction, so we'll leave that as highways with sound barriers. But once we get into the main areas, we will need the bus lanes there. Okay. So we need more residential, is what we need. So let's have a look. More residential, please. Residential, 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 residential. And then there's another road, I think. If we go on to normal roads. Where are they? There we go. Not upgrade, we want to build them. And then we'll just build one right to there. And then we'll build some others as well, I think. Like that. We'll just build it to there for the moment, I think. Yeah, that looks pretty good, I think. And get the high density residentials folks in here as quickly as possible. And then what we'll do is we'll build that big old ass road that way. There we go, looking good. There we go. And now we put more of the residential in there. Like so. And then we update the water. Because we need water to come from here. And then another one, I'm guessing, no, a bit further back. Like that, so there we go. So that'll cover all the water requirements. And then what we'll do is we'll create... Oh, there goes the train line. Hello, train. So he should be disappearing into the ether. There he goes. Bit of a slowdown there, not ideal. But then he disappears off. And so we've got a good link there now. So we have a train link, which is good. Now, let's see, because in the treatment side of things, we still don't have one of those, do we? Damn. We've still got a little distance to go on that. Okay. Let's take out that. Okay, so the flow into the city is relatively okay, as you can see. But I think that's where we're going to leave it for today. I hope you guys have enjoyed, and we'll see you all again next time. Cheers, guys.